In this video, because I've built my greenhouse, I became super conscious of how much shade this tree was throwing over not just the greenhouse actually, but some of the flower borders in my garden. Somehow I've let this tree get away from me. I don't normally sit up this side of the garden that much, and now that I've built this greenhouse, it suddenly dawned on me how much shade it's casting. So I bought a piece of equipment from Amazon, and I really, this branch in particular I wanted to get rid of, but I was scared of it falling onto the greenhouse. So I'm going to explain to you how I used it. It's actually really effective. It's certainly brilliant for somebody like me who has to do kind of pretty much everything by themselves or employ somebody, which I don't like doing anymore. And but what I wanted to talk about a little bit as well is the safety precautions, because I did make a few errors and I did nearly have a couple of serious accidents. So I'll just start by showing you me cutting down the first branch. So you can see me here sawing this branch, and to achieve this you have to throw the bag of stones attached to the first rope, throw that over, bring the stones down, then attach to that bag the chainsaw, which you already have attached to another rope. I'll demonstrate it all in a minute. And then you can pull the chainsaw bit up and use both sides of the rope now attached either side. You can then obviously chop down the tree.
Look at that.
All right, so here's the kit. It didn't come with any instructions, so I did have to kind of figure it out for myself. You get these two ropes. You get these two handles, which I didn't even use, to be honest. I guess if you needed extra length, you could add them. I didn't know what this was, but I think now I realised it's a file for the chainsaw. Of course, it's new at the moment, so I don't really need it. And to be honest, rather than file all those, I'll probably just buy another one. I don't know, because they're not that expensive. I don't know, it depends how much I use it. I didn't even know what these were, maybe more handle extensions. Again, I didn't use them. And you get these two clips. So I attached one to either side of the rope. I like these clips because they were secure. They couldn't really come undone. So I attached one to each rope, and then to this one, I attached one side of the chain. I didn't use these other clips that come with it because they just were too loose. Everything could come loose, the chain, everything. And I felt that was just too dangerous. I don't want the chain flicking in my face. So I only used these two secure clips here on each end of the rope. So then you get the bag here, and you weigh it down with whatever you've got, stones, etc. So for me, if I was in a safe place where there was no danger of anyone or anything being broken, I used the heaviest stone. But when I was doing a branch hanging over my greenhouse, because I didn't want obviously a big heavy rock weight coming down on top of my brand new handmade greenhouse, I actually took the heavier weight. I've taken this branch down now. It's a miracle how I did it, honestly, and I didn't crash onto my greenhouse, so I'm so pleased I did that. But obviously I just used the lighter stone for that one, and I did have to then get a rake because it did get stuck on the little branches. So I got a rake and I just grabbed the rope with a rake to pull it down with the smaller stone. It was really just enough to get it over that branch. So I'll talk about safety in a minute, actually. Let's just stick onto this. So there you are. You stick the thing onto your spare rope, and then you sling that over the branch, and it will catch on things. It will catch on other branches. Actually, let's cover that safety note. If it does, please don't be tempted to yank it in your direction, because that rock will come off and hit you on the head or smash a window. In fact, it nearly smashed this table. This glass must be toughened, this table, because I did have the rock pouch come down on it. When you get the bag down, then you can detach obviously the bag from the rope and add the other side of the chainsaw, and then you hoist it up over your branch, and then you can just cut as I did in the first clip. All Alright, so here's the demo coming now of me doing it sort of live, which was pretty difficult to film. So this, I just wanted to do this branch over here because I didn't want to disturb that pigeon. I don't know if there's any nest eggs or chicks in. I can't see any chicks in it, but I thought I'd leave the pigeon in peace. The camera then went and focused on me out off screen instead of the branch, but never mind. You can see there I slung the bag up with the rock in it over this branch here. Now I used the heavier weight in this clip, so the bag actually came down very easily the other side. So just remember to hold on to both sides of the rope. You don't want the original side to go flinging back over. And then, as you can see, I've got both sides here. Sorry, that's me reaching for the chain. So now I'm going to take off the bag and attach the chain. Now remember, the other side of the chain is attached to another rope. So I need to attach the side that isn't attached to a rope to my bag side once I've unclipped the bag. So let's chuck that on the clip there, and that's why I like these clips, because I did have a situation where the chain flicked in my face when it came loose from the knot. So make sure your knot is really secure each time you use it. I was really lucky. I was not seriously hurt. Then the knot does, and the clip can get in the way as you try to hoist the chain up, but just a little bit of manoeuvring down on the ground, and there you go. It grips straight away and you can almost immediately start sawing. In fact, I've grabbed 2 branches when I wasn't able to separate them, and it sawed through them both. Now, the other thing I'm saying here is don't pull it, because if that branch comes free, you do not want that chain coming back and flicking back at you, which is what happened, as I say before, with me. So that's another safety precaution. So don't pull the bag if it gets stuck with the rock in it, and certainly do not pull this chain, because if that branch comes free, or if, say for instance, the knots undo, what you want is that chain to fall straight to the ground, not to come pinging back at you. And obviously don't stand under the branch, but I mean that's fairly self-explanatory. So I managed to achieve quite a lot of chopping back today. The only reason I'm not doing any more is because I need to clear what I've got and take it to the tip tomorrow. I managed to get this over the greenhouse, and then I wanted to just cut the tip off so that if it did fall on the greenhouse, it was going to be a much lighter branch, and then I'll just work my way back along that branch in smaller pieces. And that's what I'm pretty much going to do with the whole tree, and raise the canopy. But this is what I've got to deal with to cut all this down to take to the recycling tip tomorrow. In fact, I may strip the leaves off and put them in my new raised beds. As you've seen in my previous video, I've built these 2 huge raised beds, which I've now got to fill. So that's it really. I'll put a link in the description below to the item. On balance, I actually think it's really great. If you need to cut or trim a tree on your own, and you can't get somebody in. I mean, for me, it's difficult for me to get somebody in because of the way my cottage is laid out. People with big trucks can't really get onto my drive. So it's a perfect solution for me. I'm really happy with it. I'm going to keep trimming this tree until it's a more manageable size, and I'm going to try it on my hedge as well, which is a problem for me. And yeah, these are my raised beds, as I was saying earlier. So I'm overall really happy with it. And if you like this video and you found it helpful, and you think you might find this tool useful, then give me a subscribe and a like, and let me know in the comments what you think. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. Bye.